What's up, traders? Ralphdatrader here, back with another video. In today's video, I want to go over the three trades that I took this week. One was on US30 and the other two were with NAS100. I want to just briefly share these trades with you guys and show you guys how simple it was, all right, to catch these trades by just, staying disciplined, man, and, just being patient, all right? So they were three simple trades, all right? It was three simple trades. Now, the first trade was on US30. Okay, so but first I always like check the news. So we can see here that on March 12th, all right, that Monday we had no major red news. We had medium impact news at 12 p.m., but that was outside of our session time. All right. Our session timing window is from 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So we had no major red news during that time. So if there was something to set up before NY open, then we were good to take a trade. All right, so let's get back to the chart. Now, as you guys can see here, when the market opened up on that Sunday, all right, during the agent session, price was just accumulating, man. Price was just accumulating. They was collecting orders. All right, then they gave you this they gave you this little breakout, all right, breakout of the accumulation coming back to hit stops on these traders, whoever was long on Friday. All right, so what I seen was this. Okay, when the session opened up at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I can see that prices really was just hovering around closing price. All right, we did not have a previous day's high or a previous day's low trigger. So at this point, I'm just reading market structure. I'm just paying attention to price behavior at the levels. All right, at our levels. So price was basically sitting above our right where before when the session opens up, price was sitting playing around below 38,650 price level, right? Because our 38,650 level is right here. So as you can see, the candles were playing around below that 50 level. And then once the New York Stock Exchange opened up at 9:30 a.m., you can see it gave us a nice strong push above 38,650. All right, so we're still waiting because nothing is confirmed yet. Want to wait until that candle close. And now nothing still was confirmed for me. So I'm just waiting. And then once price closed above 38,700, so now we're above the double zero. All right, so which is a strong level of support and resistance. So now what I was waiting on to just see if price was going to give a retest, all right, or some confirmation to see if it was going to try to sell. But once it closed above 38,700, I was just waiting on a retest. All right, because price broke above our current high of the day. So what I was looking at was where's the money. So I wasn't even looking for sales. Okay, I wasn't even looking to short the market because all the money was sitting over here. This is where all the money was. So like Stacey always says, there's no free lunch. So they're going back to get the money. All right. So once they closed above 38,700, they closed above, they came back, gave you a retest. Okay, then we got that engulfing. All right, here's our engulfing doing our third hour right at 10:30 a.m. But I was at work, so I wasn't able to get in at 10:45, which would have been a sweet entry right below 38,725, which is our quarter level. You'd have had a nice entry here, but like I said, I was at work and I had stepped away from my chart. So I wound up getting in at like about 38,773, somewhere around up in that area. So it was right before our 75 price level. All right. So that's where I wound up getting in at right before the 75 price level. And I set my target for 50 points. But then I realized I say, okay, they're going after this money. So I adjusted my target to last Friday's high, okay, in the last week's high. And I was able to come out of that trade with over 125 points. All right. So that was the first trade that I took. Okay. The next trade was on NAS100, and that was on February the 13th. So we want to go and check our news. Okay. So on the 13th, you can see that we had USD news at 8:30. Okay, so we had major red news at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So we go back to our chart. We want to wait until after the news. Let's just blow this up. As you can see that the previous day's low was triggered. Okay, here's our 8:30 candle. All right, so this was a buy low setup. Okay, so I waited. Okay, I waited. All right, we had a 1, 2, 3. And right here, this is the New York Stock Exchange open at 9:30. All right. They gave a nice little pin, but I didn't like this because of the wick that was on this candle right here. I like to see a shorter wick for the pin hammer. All right, then here at 9:45, it um gave us a nice bullish close candle here. So now that is pretty much locking in this low down here. All right, that's locking in that low. Now entry could have been right here on the next candle at 10 a.m., which is our third hour. Once price pulled back, we could have taken an entry, but I'm at work. All right. So I'm at work doing all this trading. So I eventually got in. I got in as price broke right above here. I got in like at 17,631. So I got in like right about here. I went up about like 80 points, but I wound up closing out with about a good 60. Okay. Closed out with about 60 points on that trade, but it was a simple buy low setup. You had the 1, 2, 3. All right, wait for the New York Stock Exchange to open up, wait for that candle to close, and just waited on confirmation. All right, and that was that trade. All right, it was a buy low setup, easy peasy trade. Now the next trade was taken on Friday. All right, so here's what I saw on that trade. We want to check the news. So on Friday was the 16th. All right, Friday was the 16th. You can see that we had major red news out at 8:30, and we also had major red news out at 10 a.m. Okay, so here's what I seen. Previous day's high was triggered. All right, as you can see, they pumped the market up. All right, 8:30, they dumped it back inside. Okay, dumped it back inside. All right. Now we want to wait until the New York Stock Exchange market open up. Here's the NY open candle, nice strong bearish candle. All right. And I was able to get in at 9:45, you guys. I was able to get in at 9:45 right before 7,800 price level. I got in right before that level, and I took this candle all the way down for 100 for 100 points. All right. And I was out before the next major red news session. So the next major red news session was here at 10 a.m. All right. So it was a previous day's high trade set up. Okay. Previous day's high was triggered. They pumped it up. All right. Once 9:30 market opened up, you can clearly see that we broke Asian sessions low. Okay, so now we had our breakers, we had that little breaking structure, and that was the trade setup. All right, one candle. All right, that one candle right there, you guys. That one candle at 9:45 gave me 100 points. Okay, so those was my three trades. Had the sell high opportunity. All right, sell high opportunity on that Friday. Okay, we had that opportunity. Then we had the buy low setup on that Tuesday. All right, on that Tuesday, and then we had on that Monday. You know what I mean? We just had a a breakout pullback continuation trade. All right, on US30. So those were the three trades that I took this week. All right, over 50 points on each one of those trades. Simple trades, man. And you know, I was able to not execute to the best of my ability due to me being at work, but by me still being at work, I was still able to catch, over 50 points on each one of these trades. So if you guys like the video, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. The likes are free. And like always, man, work hard, stay disciplined, and be patient, and know that your time will come. Peace and love. Have a good one, family.